So Blac Chyna just got a restraining order against Rob Kardashian, and the allegations she has made are way more serious than we thought on Friday. Among them, she says that Rob has been repeatedly violent to her. He has a gun and has threatened to kill himself on several occasions. So she is painting an ominous picture of Rob Kardashian.
And it worked. It worked in court. She emerged victorious because the judge granted the restraining order, meaning Rob has to not only stay away from her, but also is now banned from posting anything about her because, of course, this all started with what's been called revenge porn when he posted those photos of her. So,
and there's really no doubt that this is revenge porn.
Even his own attorney is...
Robert Shapiro, his lawyer, said that, look, he regrets what he did, that it was a spontaneous reaction. I'm not sure that's a defense, but that he had a spontaneous reaction, which is why he did what he did. And he stipulated, he said, look, we're fine with a restraining order. So he knew there was really no way out of this and basically conceded it. So it was a fairly short hearing. Blac Chyna walked in with her lawyer, Lisa Bloom, this morning, and didn't really have anything to say. She was kind of stoic as she walked into court. But she knew she was going to win. It's just that now we kind of know what she's been alleging, and she says Rob has been violent with her on several occasions, including, in April when supposedly he punched her, threw her to the ground, at least according to her, and she ran into a bedroom and he broke the door down to get at her. So there are some pretty serious allegations here. And now the question, what the heck happens with, their co-parenting?
Right.
Because that's the big issue here is they have to get along because they're parents to an infant. And that's the question. So let's bring in the lawyer who won this today, celebrity lawyer Lisa Bloom. She joins us right now. Lisa, welcome to TMZ Live.
Hi, Harvey. Thank you so much.
So not unexpected, obviously, that you were going to get the restraining order. The question is, is the restraining order, with an emotional person going to do the trick?
Well, he's going to have to follow the restraining order. This is very serious. These are what are called in California CLETS orders, C-L-E-T-S, and that means that they have the full enforcement of law enforcement behind them. If he violates these restraining orders, he can be held in contempt of court and he can go to jail. So it's very nice that his attorney, Bob Shapiro, gave us an apology on his behalf. I would like to hear that apology from Rob himself. I would like to see that apology on social media, fully acknowledging what he's done and the harm that he's done. Because let's not forget, he's got millions and millions of fans. And a lot of them have said, yeah, dude, go, dude. They think what he did is terrific. And it's not. It's very sick. It's very harmful behavior. One of the reasons why I do this fight against revenge porn, not just for celebrities, but for everyday people, is because it's very damaging. There are a number of teenage girls who have killed themselves after being victims of revenge porn. Cyberbullying is very serious. And that's what Rob did last week. And that's why we felt it was important to go in and get court orders saying, knock it off, Rob.
Lisa, what is your reaction and Blac Chyna's reaction to a story we broke this morning that Rob is making allegations saying that Blac Chyna actually attacked him back in December when she was moving out of the house that they were living in together, that she wrapped an iPhone charger cord around his neck and tried to hit him with a metal rod. And supposedly he says there's surveillance video in the house that shows all of this.
Well, I have not reviewed the particulars of that because we were focused on our hearing this morning, and that was not raised this morning. I think it's very interesting that I guess somebody from Rob Kardashian's team told that to you, but they didn't tell it to the judge. They didn't raise it in court. They had all weekend to put together papers like we did and raise any issues appropriately before the court, where you have to have things signed under the penalty for perjury, which I take very seriously. And everything that we submitted, I went over with Chyna over and over again, word by word, line by line, to make sure she understood it, and it was completely accurate because it's under oath. We attached all of our exhibits, text messages, etc. So, let's see the evidence on that. I know that she denies being abusive to Rob, certainly to being physically abusive to him. And let's keep in mind, he's 6'2", 280 pounds. She's 5'2". I don't know what she weighs, but she's a little bitty thing. I seriously doubt he was in fear the way that she was.
Lisa, you are not just a lawyer, but you're also a mother. And I'm wondering your reaction to the fact that these two have to co-parent. And here you've got a restraining order of one against the other. You've got allegations of physical violence, guns. How do they do that where this kid's going to be okay?
Well, you know, it does happen all the time. You know, as we were sitting waiting to be called in family court today, you know, case after case before us was very similar. It's just that this involves celebrities. So with regard to Rob and Chyna, they have a nanny who drives the baby back and forth between the two, so they don't have to have any contact with each other. But you're right. More broadly, of course, they do have to learn how to be co-parents, and I've talked to her about that. You have to talk about who's going to have the baby on Christmas. What religion is the child going to be raised in? What school is she going to go to? How are you going to handle medical issues? I mean, these are all very common issues that I deal with here in my practice at the Bloom Firm every day for all kinds of people. So the next step is we're going to sit down with Rob's attorneys, and we're going to work out a standard custody and visitation agreement so that little Dream can be properly cared for. I assure you, I spent the weekend with Chyna. She had Dream. There she is. She is the cutest little baby you have ever seen. She is just absolutely adorable, happy, healthy. And Chyna has also said repeatedly, she in no way wants to stand between Rob seeing his little baby. It's very important for the baby to have a contact, regular and frequent contact with her father. And we didn't ask for any interference with that relationship in our orders. A little box you could check if we wanted Dream to be kept away from him, and we did not check that box. The judge even asked us today, are you asking that he be restrained from seeing the baby? We said no, absolutely not.
Fair enough. Okay. Hey, Lisa, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.